The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved. Freedom March is powered by BTC.
Today is Tuesday, the 9th day of January, in the year of our Lord 2024. Tomorrow, if we all live to see it, will be Majority Rule Day. It is a national holiday, and of course, there's going to be a national service being held at Zion Baptist Church at the corner of East Street and Shirley Street. So I invite everybody to get to Zion Baptist Church as early as you can possibly get. There's going to be a big celebration, and then after that, everybody will head to the PLP headquarters for the laying of a wreath. That is what I understand. Well, yesterday, there was a memorial held for a 16-year-old Negro girl who was murdered at a Nassau Village home. It is alleged, according to the media, that this memorial was held at the R.M. Bailey Senior High School for a young lady by the name of Dominique Gray. And as you are all aware, she was murdered at a Nassau Village home on Saturday. It is an interesting memorial because we are receiving reports that Dominique Gray has not been to R.M. Bailey School in perhaps 2 years. So it's still good that, notwithstanding that it is alleged that she has been out of high school for 2 years. In fact, they say since her father was murdered in the back part of R.M. Bailey High School in the Mountain Heights community, she would have returned to school. Perhaps it was in January of 2022 for 1 week, and she has not returned since. I'm interested in hearing from the principal, Shari Russell. I'll talk about it when I return. This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. Happy Majority Rule, everybody. Notwithstanding that majority is ruling, we must turn back the criminals. I'll be right back after the break. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. Well, yesterday, the R.M. Bailey Senior High School would have held, as best as I may describe it, a vigil in memory of the 16-year-old female child who was murdered on Saturday night at her Nassau Village home. It is an interesting story that is developing. Her death has created some serious rift within the family. Many members of her family are so upset, and they're upset. And it is my hope and prayer that her family could come together and mourn and resolve the many, many differences. It is so amazing when these tragedies occur, how a family could just end up in one disarray. It is interesting to note, says some family members, that since the death of Dominique's dad, who was murdered in December of 2021 in the back of Aaron Bailey High School in the Mountain Heights subdivision. They have alleged that since that death, Dominique had not returned to Aaron Bailey save that for 1 week. They allege that she went to school in January of 2022. They say she spent 1 week, and after that, she never returned to Aaron Bailey. So it's approximately 2 years, according to family members, since she last been to school. But it is interesting to note that there's a big article in the Negro medias telling us how the school met to mourn her passing, when perhaps if you have not been to school for at least 2 years, I'm certain many teachers, perhaps many students, will not remember you. Perhaps. But of course, they are all young people. So we are all young people, perhaps living in the same communities, the same neighborhoods. Maybe we will still remember you. How many students are not attending school? How many? And is the schools reporting it to the Ministry of Education? It is to be noted that she was not murdered on the day that school should have been in session. Her killing took place on a Saturday evening. Nevertheless, I find it interesting that family members are complaining over the fact that for 2 years she has not been in school, and the struggle to return her to school. Family members are very upset that it appears that the Royal Bahamas Police Force does not have the kind of institutional memory. For many have suggested that Dominique and perhaps another relative did get in problems some time ago because of their close association with the man whom it is believed that the people had come to kill. And they're very upset over that. So all of these things are troubling. They're all scary. And it is interesting when you begin to hear the many factors to these social issues which exist in our community. I found it interesting when they pointed out one, or perhaps two, maybe three issues that they have alleged that the police seems to have forgotten. Anyway, it's still sad, it's still tragic, and I would want to hope that the Ministry of Education will now ask Aaron Bailey and other government schools to give them an update list on the many students who have not been attending schools with regularity. I'm going to invite my spiritual advisor to conduct the religious part of the beginning of this show. Bradley Roll, if it pleases you, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much. Good to be here. Good to be here, Senator. We have a reading today from the book of Luke, chapter 16, I think it's 43 to 45, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Luke 6? Sorry, Luke chapter 6, Mr. Producer. 43 to 45. I read this passage, I think may have been a week ago. Let me just read this again quickly. a tree and its fruit, good and bad. Jesus says no good tree bears bad fruit. Got to remember that. No good tree bears bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. Each tree is recognized by its own fruit. People do not pick figs from thorn bushes or grapes from briars. A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil that is stored in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Luke 6:43, 45. 43 to 45 I read from the New International Version. Comparison of the good and the bad tree. Interesting life experiences as well. Luke 6:43 to 45. The word of God is yours. Thank you so much, Mr. Medusa. God bless.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah,
it was a wonderful scripture.
Indeed.
Well, let's look at BTC and what BTC tells us. BTC fiber internet is now faster, stronger, and more reliable and available in more and more neighborhoods. Now in 80% of New Providence and Grand Bahama and counting, BTC's fiber internet connects you constantly to everything you love at the best price in the Bahamas. Enjoy fiber internet, phone and TV for just $99.99 plus VAT. Sign up today at btcbahamas.com. BTC's new fiber internet plans come with the same upload and download speeds up to 1 gig. Get fiber internet, phone and TV at an unbeatable price of $99.99 plus VAT. Visit BTC Bahamas to sign up now. And of course, that too is very powerful. And let me remind you what who's it, my spiritual advisor that regulates casino and gaming.
Gaming board.
The Gaming Board of the Bahamas reminds you that if you're going to play, buy a little number, spin a little ball. They want you to game responsibly. Take, for instance, these nights are nice and cold. Perhaps you need a blanket, maybe a jacket. So BTC, and so the Gaming Board would wish for you to buy those items for yourself and your family and take care of those important issues. Now, after you would have gotten yourself a nice jacket, a nice blanket, and those important goods and services for your family, then they invite you to game and to game responsibly. And this is very powerful, my spiritual advisor.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, folks, we're still caught up in this tailspin over the issue of crime, and we are receiving all kind of reports. The top news is the 16-year-old Negro student of the Aaron Bailey Senior High School who was murdered on Saturday of last week. And we all know that story. There she is alleged to have been charging her cell phone. And of course, a Negro gunman is alleged to have shown up. And the next thing you know, shots were fired. She was hit in her head and she died. So that has generated a lot of talk within the community of Nassau Village, and by extension the general community. And so there are all sorts of people who are talking about it. Some knows what they're talking about, others aren't too sure, but we are people, we are village people, so we do discuss the matter. It is interesting to note when you dig into some of these social issues, how they do recur. One family member has suggested that these young female run into problem with the man whom the gunmen were looking for. They have alleged that some time ago they were driving with him and the police intercepted, and he jumped out of the car and break off run. And then of course they ended up having to explain to the police that which was illegal in their vehicle. These are some of the things that people, family members, have been talking about as they mourn and as they weep. And sometimes one had to say to them, believe that little piece to Jesus. And so these are some of the reoccurring situations in our community. So that is to be noted. And then of course family members complain about the social neglect of the family, the level of poverty, the lack of some of the basic resources that a human being should have. And so as they describe that, more tears flow, more sorrow it was. And so once again, these are issues that we as a people and a nation will have to address. I thought I would share that with you, that families are upset over the fact that the first encounter that some of these young people had with the man was not a very positive one. And they seems to be upset that the police appears not to remember. So I found an excuse for the police. I said, man, with all these crime going on, unless you remind the police, they ain't gonna remember all these things. So that is what is happening. You are aware that the Commissioner of Police held a press conference yesterday as he put a case as for the increase in crime and what needs to be done to reduce it. Well, last night I was blessed to quietly speak with the minister responsible for national security. That would be Wayne Munro. And so I have asked him that perhaps he needs to come on the show so that we can speak to him on some of the pressing issues as it relates to crime. And one of the reasons why I'm so excited to invite the minister is that the Free National Movement has acted recklessly and irresponsibly by misleading members of the public as to what role I am playing. They have continued to lie to the public that I'm a consultant, when the facts are, I'm not a consultant. I mean, it strokes my ego. Oh, Monica's a consultant. That is not true. I'm not a consultant. But the FNM has decided that it wants to be reckless and irresponsible. So Monroe is going to come. I want to talk some crime with him. I want to find out from him if he really doesn't think it's time for the impediments to be removed so that the issue of capital punishment can be enforced. So my spiritual advisor, I'm certain you, is going to be very excited to have Minister Wayne Munro, who will join us not tomorrow, because tomorrow is Majority Rule Day.
It's a holy day.
I would like to see him like one day after the Majority celebrates Majority Rule Day.
Right.
What would be some of the things you would want to ask Mr. Monroe, or is that a state secret?
Well, the most important thing, I guess, is we look at the crime and would the government plans to, how the government plans to deal with crime? What other initiatives are going to be put in place to deal with the amount of gun violence? What if there's any plans to get the guns off the streets? If any investigations being done into how guns are coming into the country? Questions that you should normally ask when you see the countries in a tailspin with violence. Simple questions. And of course then the question is, what are you exactly? Are you a contractor, independent contractor? Or are you a consultant? What exactly is your role? You are?
A contractor.
What kind of contractor?
I just take contracts. I'm not a consultant. All right? That's F&M misinformation. This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. And we begin the show by pointing out to you that there's a large part of Dominique's Gray's family who has been very upset over the fact that they have alleged that she has not been attending school in the last 2 years. And we do know that in our country, for a variety of reasons, many of our children have fallen through the crack. They either have fallen through the crack as a result of crime, they've fallen through the crack as a result of COVID-19, and there seems not to be any social program which is designed to quickly identify them and to rescue them. And then there are thousands of our young people. A closer examination of their environment, of their family life, will show that they are living under abject poverty, and no one deals with the issue. And this doesn't only relate to teenagers. There are many children in the primary school system who finds themselves in a similar position, but nothing is happening for them, and it calls for the entire society, including the NGOs, to identify these young people and to do everything in their power to get the kind of social assistance from the state and from other entities. But as I told you, last night I had a great opportunity to have a nice chat with the minister responsible for national security. Crime is a political issue. It will always remain a political issue because it is politicians who control the resources. It is the politicians who will have to determine what the laws will be, what the policies should be. And we saw reports of a press conference which was held by Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda, and we have seen his repeated attempt at making strong recommendations to the country as to how we perhaps can reduce the level of crime in our society. And one of the things he has pointed out is the strengthening of the laws as it relates to our judicial system, granting bail for people charged with serious criminal offenses. And essentially that is the way it ought to be. And it is the duty of every citizen not only to agitate, but to also agitate their members of parliament to raise the issue on the Honorable House of Assembly to push the government into strengthening these existing laws and to ensure that we can control the country and to reduce the level not only of crime, but the fear of crime. My spiritual advisor.
Absolutely. Indeed. I agree.
You do? Well, this is powerful. Yeah, so that's basically what it is. And so that is what has to happen. And there are many of us who have ideas as to how to reduce it. And I'm of the opinion that if the government tries a particular strategy and that doesn't work, it doesn't have any effect, any impact, then the government should begin to listen to citizens who are sober, citizens who are free of drug abuse. You should listen to us. And in our case, we need legislation which is designed to not grant bail for people accused of murder. And we have to seriously look at the issue of capital punishment because people are seeking revenge. And then, of course, it is not good enough for the Commissioner of Police to say that a person has been harboring a fugitive and then does not move against the person who is harboring the fugitive. At least give the person an opportunity to tell the judge, I didn't know he was a fugitive. I didn't know she was a fugitive. The person may satisfy the court that they didn't know. And if they didn't know, I'm certain the court would be lenient. But it's not good enough to say that we are harboring criminals and then no penalty. The next thing that needs to be improved, because there is a woman who lives in the southern part of the island, and she's faced with a situation where two alleged murderers have been granted bail. For her, she felt that the judge should have called her in quietly and asked her, do you have an objection to these two Negro men being granted bail and being allowed to move back into the society opposite your resident? Because she's upset. Her arguments is she has to constantly look out to see if gunmen are going to show up. Certainly then, if you are going to grant bail and your bail constitutes a risk, a threat to members of your neighborhood, should they not have a say? And or should the court not be in a position to say to you, we can grant you bail subject to you finding an area other than this southern part of the island to live? Because there are people who are concerned that if you are released, your freedom will constitute a threat to their lives. And so the woman, she is very upset. She doesn't know what to do. She can't understand why the court has granted bail to those two murderers, and she believes that there will soon be a gun shootout in her neighborhood. So these are some of the issues that we have to address. And the evidence is there that from time to time, people come in search of persons who are suspected of having committed murder. They want revenge, and in the process, they don't care who they kill. Should the public be subject to this? These are issues that we cannot ignore. My spiritual advisor, go ahead.
No, I don't have any comment. Not right yet at this moment, Sandra. But I mean, earlier when you started the show, you talk about one of the things that was going on in a particular family, and you know the reality is that's one of the major issues in this country. We do have some dysfunctional homes, And as a result of these dysfunctional homes, we end up in issues and problems that, normally you don't end up in if the home is functioning properly. Some of the information that you release is rather disturbing. I don't know why would a 14-year-old, 15-year-old be missing from school for 2 years. That begs a lot of questions about who's responsible for her, why was she not in school? Those who were responsible for her, why didn't they make sure she did attend school? What was the issue with her not wanting to attend school? To be out of school for that amount of time at that age is crucial. I mean, it's critical. Obviously, we're not paying attention to the things that we need to be paying attention to have our kids, steered in the right direction so they could function properly in society. Whatever was happening at the time should not have been happening. At that age, it's a very tender age, and the child should have been in school regardless of what the situation may have been.
But if your father is murdered, and you had a wonderful relationship with him, and you already live in a society where there is a lot of social neglect. You don't have a stove, you don't have the basic machinery for the cooking of food. Well, you're placed at an extreme disadvantage.
Well, that used to be an issue before.
That is still an issue.
Let me tell you why it's so much easier now to solve some of these issues, because the way modern equipment and technology is set up now, it's almost affordable for anyone. Any person in this country can afford a stove, and let me tell you why. They now have these little small portable stoves that you can buy for $25 to $30 that have the little gas containers that you stick into the side and you just spin it on and you get fire. I can't understand some of the things you're saying, but the reality is when you see homes functioning like that, it always leads to problems. Now, that's very unfortunate. I mean, the information that you gave early in the show, it's very unfortunate that's been happening. And look at where that went. Look at where that spilled into. And that's one of the things we keep preaching. The Christian community try to get folks to understand how important it is for the homes to function properly, because that's where the kids start. The function start at home, and then from home it spills into
what are we going to do when we discover
the and the church and the communities?
But what are we going to do? I just give you an example.
What is supposed to be done, Sandra? Doesn't the government have social assistance for those who need it?
And that's the question I'm putting to you. What are we going to do when we find that these situations exist? What are we going to do when we find young people living in a home are not able to go to school because the basic necessities are lacking?
Okay. So let's just say there's a problem with uniform, there'll be a problem with school supplies, there'll be problems with certain things that you need to be able to function properly in school. I do believe that the government has a budget and they have a ministry that can assist students who do need the help to make sure they function properly in society, and that is inclusive of attending school at a certain age. There is help, Sandra. The government wouldn't know, social services wouldn't know unless you reach out. You need to reach out and make it known what your issues are, and to get the assistance that you need. This is a lesson for all of us. When I was growing up, it was much different than it is now. Very, very much different. In that, you had parents who poured themselves into their kids to make sure that they did the things that they were supposed to have done to be normal children in society. It's unfortunate that it's not happening like it used to before. There's a lot of neglect with a lot of our children, and of course, as a result of that neglect, we find our kids going into schools, and rather than teachers concentrating on teaching you and educating you, they have to almost get to the point where they have to teach you how to function socially in an environment like school. It becomes a double-edged sword. But we just have to get serious about how we live our lives for the most part. Some of the decisions we make is crucial. And as adults, there are some decisions we make that affect our kids. We may not recognize it, but that is what happens. We make these terrible decisions. As a result of that, we have children that we are supposed to be leading in the right direction. Our decisions goes down the wrong direction. As a result of that, the children are influenced in the wrong way. And anyhow, but I guess I'm primitive. I tell folks, you know, if you're not married, you're not supposed to be having sex. If you're not married, you're not supposed to be having children. I know it sounds like, you know, back in the Stone Age thing, but there is an order. There's a design. God has a particular design for the family. And anytime you interrupt that, then you suffer consequences. You know, the husband, the wife, and then the children, the home, and there are rules for this home. There are rules for which this home is guided and run. And anytime you break that, when you break down that traditional home, you see what's happening? We live in a society where it's troubling for the most part, you know. But I guess one of these days, when we look at the issues becoming to the point where we're sick and tired of it, then we go back and we do a mirror check and we recognize that it starts with the man in the mirror. Come on, Sandra, wake up. I just thought I'll share that, you know. All right?
Well, you offered no solution.
Sandra, I mean,
because
what do you want? What do you want to happen?
I've given you an example.
And Sandra, I'm saying that if parents find themselves in a situation where they cannot provide certain things for their children, then they should seek help, Sandra. Help is out there. We live in a society where I don't think anyone in this country should go hungry in the first instance. No one in this country should go hungry. We have plenty food in this country. Plenty. All right? I see where there are people who vagrants who are in the Centerville area. If they want a meal, if they want something to eat, they can just walk right to the manager of Centerville Food Store, and he provides them with a loaf of bread, a little small stipend of sausage and cheese, and something to drink. So, as simple as a vagrant being able to be fed, I mean, if parents find themselves in a situation where they can't provide uniform or shoes or books or whatever for their children to function in school, there is help. That's the solution. Seek help. Sandra, I was only touching on one or two of the things that you said about that family, and I'm thinking, I'm just sharing my view on that. That, you know, if that was happening with that 14 or 15-year-old girl, that should have not been happening. That parent, whoever responsible for that young lady, was supposed to seek help to make sure that child functions, you know, like she should, every other child in school. All right. All right, go ahead, lead up the woman then.
So it looked like you have solved it. Look like you've solved it.
And you should be able to solve things easily. Why, after all, you call yourself leader of the woman then. All right, you're supposed to have you're the problem solver. Right or wrong? I hear a lot of people call you my leader. So obviously they have enough confidence in you to call you that, eh? They don't call me leader. Huh? Anyhow, go ahead, Sandra. Back to you. Listen, what are you upset about? What you want me to say?
No, you've said that which you were able to say.
Right. And so what's your 5 cents now on this?
No, I'm not
so remember now, you're trying to give people the best advice possible from a public forum like this, to get people to see that when they make those mistakes, that you have to correct them. A lot of mistakes are being made in our society. That's why we're having the problems that we're having. All right? A lot of children are not being brought up properly. Young men are not being led properly. They're not given the proper role model example. And as a result of that, they just end up falling into the streets, and they're run and brought up by the crime-minded gangs in the streets. And it's just so unfortunate, you know? Anyhow, it is what it is. We got 7 more minutes before the segment is all, Santa. All right? Back to you.
Well, tomorrow is January 10th, January 10, 2024, and it was on the 10th of January 1967 that Pinling was able to form a coalition government in which Randall Fox and Alvin R. Brennan cast their lot with Pinling and the PLP, etching out the United Bahamian Party. You will recall that history teaches us that the Progressive Liberal Party won 18 seats. The UBP, the United Bahamian Party, they won 18 seats. Independents won, Labour won, and Alvin Brennan, he cast his lot with Pinling and the PLP, and so did Randall Fox. And that is how the PLP was able to win a majority government. And by 1968, Uriah McPhee, he died, and Pinling, instead of holding a by-election, held a general election, and he had his first landslide victory. So thousands of people of progressive thinking, they will gather at Zion Baptist Church tomorrow morning to celebrate Majority Rule Day. You would recall that at the last Majority Rule Day, Dame Margaret Pinling, she did a lot of rowing at the tomb of the founding father, Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinling. So it was unclear to me whether or not the Progressive Liberal Party will go to the tomb of Pinling to also lay a wreath there. But I have been informed by a female member of the Progressive Liberal Party that they will assemble at the PLP headquarters to lay a tomb. Well, I'm certain that Dame Margaret Pinling, she will go to the tomb of Pinling if she goes there with only Fred Mitchell. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. And I think it would be great to live to see tomorrow, to see how it will materialize. So I think it is significant. And last year, during that majority rule, you would recall that the pastor at Mount Olive Native Baptist Church, the Reverend C.B. Moss, he had a medical collapse at the St. Agnes Anglican Church, and so the parade had to commence without him. He was taken to the hospital while thousands headed north along Blue Hill Road and then west along Meeting Street and whatever that other little corner called, straight to St. Agnes Cemetery. So I don't know if the PLP is assembling at Zion Baptist Church. It's a wonderful march from Zion Baptist Church either to the tomb of Pinling and or from the tomb of Pinling to the PLP headquarters. So it will be great excitement to see how things will happen. What are you going to do, my spiritual advisor? You look like the majority. Will you support the majority?
Majority Rule Days, I mean, it's a very, very, very interesting milestone that was accomplished in the Bahamas. Yeah, no doubt. Tomorrow's holiday. I don't know, tomorrow I have some things that need to get done tomorrow. Is there going to be a march tomorrow?
Well, I suspect that the PLP could end up marching.
Right, and then there's a church service tomorrow as well?
Well, the church service commenced first at Zion Baptist Church, the corner
Tomorrow?
of East Street and Shelley Street.
Was it today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow's January 10th. Will you be there?
No, I don't.
You're not going to come?
No, I don't go to Baptist churches.
Okay. This is powerful.
So I won't be there.
You didn't come to St. Agnes Church?
No.
You don't go to Anglican Church
no,
either?
No.
Okay.
I don't visit denominational churches. That's just not my thing. That's been like that for more than 37 years or so. So.
Okay. Well, so tomorrow it's going to be a great day in the history of the Bahamas. And I would just love to see thousands of people gathering at Zion Baptist Church. Okay? I think it's going to be great. Okay? So, that's it, eh? Yeah. How much more minutes do we have?
Well, we got a minute 40 seconds. I see the Ministry of Health has, for immediate release, they've released a very interesting public statement.
What are they saying?
Well, they're talking about COVID-19, and they're releasing some information that the public needs to really pay attention to. I guess we can read some of the information.
Should I put on my mask?
Well, it does seem as if, they may have said to the public not to be alarmed, but obviously this latest release is putting you on the side of caution.
Does it seem like I should put on my mask?
That's what it says, yes. You are they look like they're taking you back to social.
Tout le monde ici! Gardez! Suridana! Rajaya! We're going to put on our mask.
This year, this is going to be a different year for that,
What?
Parce que tout le monde pangi papier immigration vini pour Kimbe.
Don't say that, my spiritual advisor. You're not saved. Listen! We need our mask. No matter where we run. If we run, Narajaya, run with your mask and cover your face.
Ah, boy, tell you.
Tout le monde haïtien qui compte bagaille, Sérida Avini, courez, bonde sauver. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monker. I call on my people, the Haitian people, find your cash net. All right? We're going to put it on. We can put it over our nose and mouth because COVID is coming. And it's important that we join the Bahamians in protecting ourselves. Cash, Sasaye, spiritual advisor.
Kashner.
Sasaye? Sasaye?
Kashner.
Jesus have mercy. You're from a man who professes Christianity. You ain't saying.
Kashner.
Okay? So, gardez pour un pile Kashner. Okay? And no matter who we see, we putting on our Kashner. Immigration, Kashner. Police law, Kashner. Food store law, Kashner. All right?
Kimbe. Kashner.
You don't mind the spiritual advisor. You put this on because we are not going to catch COVID. All right? This is powerful. So we are at a period when there is birthday time, and there's some wonderful people who's celebrating a birthday today. And of course, let's see who are some of my favorite people who will be celebrating a birthday today. Okay, so just bear with me, folks, because this is a great time. Well, the first person that we are going to salute is going to be my first cousin, businessman Derek Davis. And Derek is celebrating a birthday, and we have decided that to honor Derek, we are going to celebrate from tomorrow straight to the 9th of February. So it's going to be 1 month of celebration. Okay? So happy birthday to Derek from his son Jamal, his sisters Shani, Sharia, Tonique, and Carla, and from all of us who loves him. Okay? And this is powerful. My cousin Derek. This is great. And then happy birthday to you read this one for me, my spiritual advisor. I can't say it.
It's happy 18th birthday, Lauren. It's coming from your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, and the rest of the family. They love you. Enjoy your special days. Happy birthday. Well, happy 18th birthday to Lauren.
And this is from all the people in North Eleuthera.
Okay.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Oh, that's your two? That's all you have?
That's my two.
All right, so I'll follow you. Okay, so we want to send a happy birthday out to this 4-year-old young man. His name, it's coming from his nana, his mother, Leisha, and the entire class of James Rolls Smith Preschool in Baileytown, Bimini. All right, so happy birthday to little man. Little man is 4 years old today, okay? All right, it's coming from his mother, Leisha, and the entire class of James Rolls Smith Preschool in Baileytown, Bimini. All right. Then, of course, we want to send a happy birthday shout-out to George Burrows. He's one of the hard-working EMS members of the... George Burrows is coming from his family and friends and co-workers at the EMS station. Yes, so happy birthday to Mr. George Burrows. Okay, who do we have next? All right, so we want to send a happy birthday shout out. Let's see. It's Capricorn season. Wishing happy 40th birthday to Lakeisha Brown. She celebrates tonight, back to the 90s. Okay, happy birthday, Lakeisha Brown. Hope you enjoy your day and hope you live to enjoy many, many more. All right, so yes, she's celebrating her 91st birthday. 96th. Wow. Belated birthday to Mother Emma Pickstock. She celebrates on January the 1st. Greetings coming from your children, Sandra, Ina, Alworth, Cynthia, Dr. Joy, Peter, Edgar, Eartha S., Edney Jr., Ruth, Dr. Janet, and Ginger, grands, great-grands, Carl and Deacon Oliver Stone, and all of those who love you. That's Carl and Deacon Clenstone Oliver, and all those who love you. Happy birthday. We hope you live to enjoy many, many more. You're 96, wow. Yeah, belated, absolutely, indeed. All right, and so we want to send a happy birthday shout out to Sandra, happy New Year to you. Today is my daughter's birthday. Her name is Amari King. Can you add her to your greeting list, please? Thank you.
Amari King.
This is Amari King here?
Happy birthday to you.
It should be. All right, so happy birthday, Amari King.
Yeah.
Greetings. All right, who do you have next there? Okay. Daphne? Okay. Okay. Happy birthday to Daphne. May you live to enjoy many, many more. Okay, what do you have next there? Okay.
Who's that?
We want to send a happy birthday shout out to this beautiful lady. I understand her name is Kimberly Johnson. It's coming from your children. Sorry? Oh, this is belated birthday shout outs? Okay, so happy belated birthday shout out to our dear sister Kimberly Johnson. It's coming from your children, Mark and Nisa, your 5 sisters and brothers. Your 5 sisters, 2 brothers, mother, and all your family and friends. Enjoy. We hope you enjoyed your day. Happy belated to Kimberly Johnson. All right, who do you have next there? All right.
That's it?
No, we got quite a few more. These are all belated birthdays. Now, I don't have the information on this person here, but happy belated birthday to you. You can see your photo on TV. We hope you enjoyed your birthday. We hope you live to enjoy many, many more. So happy birthday to you, madam. Who do you have next there? Okay, and these beautiful ladies as well, all belated birthdays. Happy belated birthday to all of you who celebrated your birthdays, whether it was yesterday or the day before. Sorry? Adwana? Okay, happy birthday. Belated birthday, Adwana. All those are the same person? All those photos are the same person? Okay, wow, interesting. Bell Farm. Okay, who's next? This young lady here is celebrating her Yeah, this is Amari King here. Okay, so happy birthday to my daughter. Well, whoever sent the birthday greeting to Amari King. Hope you live to enjoy many, many, many more. All right, great. What else do we have there? All right, so who is this lady here? Yeah, so happy birthday to mom and daughter, Shalice Reach and Angel Panzer. It's coming from all your family and friends, especially Shelly Panzer. This is also a belated birthday shout out. Okay, so happy belated birthday to mom and daughter. You all look good together. Enjoy. And I hope you'll live to enjoy many, many more. All right. What else do we have there, Mr. Medusa? What about this, the young man by those some I think I may have done him already. Yeah, and so we want to congratulate this officer on his promotion. It's coming from his wife. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, so we want to congratulate Dwayne DeVoe on his promotion to Chief Petty Officer at the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. And may God Almighty continue to direct your path and order your steps. We love you. It's coming from your wife, Kendall DeVoe. All right, so congratulations to Dwayne DeVoe. All right. Did we miss anybody? What about Veronica Teresa Cargill Burrows? Yeah, I think we missed her. Let me just send this to you again so I don't have people calling me, ringing my ears off. That one right there. You already did that? Yeah. So we want to send a happy birthday shout out to Veronica Teresa Cargill Burrows from my kids, Cragen and Kyle and Bristol, and Petra Burrows, grandson, Kibra, siblings and nieces, nephews, and great grand nephews as well. So happy birthday wishes to Veronica Teresa Cargill Burrows. Whenever you get a chance to, you can always just put a picture up so that they can see it. But we want to look at the Ministry of Health.
You finished with birthdays?
Are we done with birthdays, Mr. Producer? Yeah, okay, yeah, we're done. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Well, you may ask me if I finish.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Sandra.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a person who wants to send a happy majority rule day out to the Bahamas and to Mr. Headley Molly, known as Papa Harry, who celebrates his birthday tomorrow. And birthday greetings is coming to him from Sean A.G. This looks like, what name is that there, my spiritual advisor?
Vaccaro
and Holly, is that Holly?
Haley.
And Haley, okay? So we want to wish him. And then, of course, I have a sibling. Her name is Van Rier Rule. Van Rier celebrates a birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday to my dearest sister. And then, of course, I have an uncle. He would have died on January 10th, 1988. The Reverend Dudley Cox. So this is powerful. Okay, so where are we now?
Yeah, so this is the late one right here. So we want to send happy birthday shout out to her. Sorry, it did come in late, but Veronica Teresa Cargill Burrows, your kids, Cragen and Carl and Bristol and Peter Burrows, your grandson, Kibra, siblings, nieces, nephews, and grandnieces and nephews, sending you a very special happy birthday. All right, great. Yeah. So, where we at now, Sandra?
Well, I just want to emphasize that tomorrow is Majority Rule Day. And as we talk about majority rule and how important it has been, we want to look at some of the problems that the trade union movements are having here in the Bahamas. The Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union have been in a major struggle to get the union on the right path and to get the hotel industry to come to the table and to negotiate with them. There's a wonderful story in the newspaper today in which one of the smaller resorts have sat down with the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union, and they appeared to have conducted a wonderful piece of negotiation. And I want to take note of that, because when the hotel is doing the right thing, we should salute them. And when the hotel is going contrary, we should, draw it to the attention of the country. So the hotel union's president says the newly signed industrial agreement with Greycliff will give 50 workers a 20% pay rise spread over 5 years and place a term in a more stable position. Darren Woods, the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union chief, said the same employees will also receive improvements in vacation pay, bonuses, and emoluments as a result of the deal the two sides signed on Friday. This agreement, as with many, has been outstanding for some time. The last one being 2013. This puts the employees at Greycliff in a more stable position, where they now have a document that governs the behavior between management and the union. It also gives the union the ability now to take matters to another level. And you will see in this new agreement there are improvements in the vacation. There is improvement in Christmas bonuses. There's improvement in the ham. That's what it is. There's improvement in the ham and turkey, and of course there's improvement in the wages and emoluments. Mr. Woods added that employees will receive the first pay increase upon the agreements signed, upon the agreements, what is that? Upon the agreement's signature? What is that?
Signing.
Upon the agreement signing, and will continue to receive annual rises on the anniversary of the contract signing for the next 5 years. So this is good news. This is the kind of news that causes the workers to work very hard and to be very responsible. Greycliff must be saluted for not trying to take all the profits. Greycliff must be supported for sharing the profits with the workers. And I'm so excited that Greycliff is acting very responsibly. And it is my hope and prayer that Bahama and Atlantis will now follow this Bahamian hotel, because Bahama has not been treating the workers very well. And I want to remind Philip Ray Davis and the governing Progressive Liberal Party that there exists with the workers of the country, with the unions of the country, a memorandum of understanding to which the Progressive Liberal Party call on the workers that if the workers will march with them politically and elect them to the government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, they shall ensure that management treats the workers with justice, and the industrial laws of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas will no longer discriminate against the workers. I just want to remind the PLP of that memorandum of understanding. I think it's very important, and I must salute the management at Great Cliff, and I want to salute Darren Woods and his hard-working team. I think it's powerful, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Ministry of Health and Wellness has issued a statement, and the statement is dated today. Today is Tuesday the night of January 2024. And of course, it's for immediate release. The health officials remind the public to continue COVID-19 prevention measures. I know they did say yesterday that there's no cause for alarm, but out of the abundance of concern, as the global fight against the spread of COVID-19 continues, the Ministry of Health and Wellness reiterates the importance of adhering to essential preventative measures that limit the spread of COVID-19. The public is urged to stay informed and actively participate in the following measures that have proven to be effective.
Get the song!
In curbing, not just yet, in curbing the spread.
Focus.
Yeah, you like to lock down too much.
But focus, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, and curbing the spread, and curbing the spread of COVID-19. So, hand hygiene is one of those things. You wash your hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, and so on and so forth. If soap is unavailable, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer, at least 70%, and keep a personal sanitizer with you at all times. Cough and sneeze etiquette. Cover your mouth and nose with a tissue or the inside of your elbow when coughing or sneezing. Dispose of used tissues in a linen trash bin. In a lined trash bin. Then wash your hands. This practice is vital in preventing the spread of respiratory droplets. All right, mask wearing, wear your mask. Cover your nose and your mouth properly in crowded and public places. While wearing a mask outside of a health facility or senior citizen's home is optional. Remember that masks worn properly can reduce the transmission of respiratory droplets. And also they want you to change your mask regularly. All right, so physical distancing. All right, so you're staying 3 to 6 feet apart from individuals, especially in crowded spaces. If you're not feeling well, they want you to stay at home. If you experience any symptoms of COVID-19, such as fever, cough, or difficulty breathing, stay at home. And of course, seek medical advice. Clean and disinfect. Frequently touched surfaces as phones, remote controls, doorknobs, etc. should be cleaned and disinfected regularly. Vaccination. Okay, interesting. Get vaccinated, protect yourself and others against the spread of COVID-19. Travel safety. Follow those preventive measures even when you travel to other countries, and keep updated about the COVID-19 situation in your destination. And last but by no means least, they want you to stay informed. Keep yourself updated on the latest information from reliable sources so you can make informed, safe decisions. Okay, so that's the latest release from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. There's a lot of information in there. It's all over social media. Read it so you could be informed and you won't be ignorant, as we look like we're going to have to fight COVID-19 again. But if you're like me and you got that natural immunity, you can get wings and fly. All right, Sandra.
It is to be noted that the Ministry of Health has not called upon the business community to reintroduce sanitation and sanitizing. So we would want to hope that all of the businesses, without the government having to mandate it, that they would start filling up the various sanitation bottles, because I have taken note that I even been to a clinic and I was shocked that the clinic, on the day when the government announced that we should be guarded against COVID, they had nothing to sanitize our hands with. So I want the ministry to start publicly calling on the business community to bring out the sanitizers, because this COVID must come back. Let us not forget
that must come back.
That many people in our nation did not vaccinate. And so they having not vaccinated, they are not protected. So I want people to get vaccinated. I want you to start wearing your mask, okay? Let's go back to wearing masks. It's nice wearing masks. I love wearing my mask. So you go into the food store, put on your mask. You're in a big crowded area, put on your mask. Wash your hand, sanitize, okay? And starting tonight, no more shaking hand. What we will do is a bump. And who don't want bump, then give them an elbow, okay? Anybody question you, you tell them, I, in my capacity as a leader of the people them, I am forbidding hand shaking, okay? It's a bump or this. Because COVID-19 is serious, and every time the question of COVID-19 arises, I can think of the names of many people that I knew very, very well who perished as a result of contracting COVID-19. I can think of people who died. All right? So it's still a very sad thing. And anything that you have been told will threaten your life, you have a duty to save your life. Okay? This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Lockdown, baby! COVID is here. Let's protect ourselves, okay? And if need be, we're gonna lock down this country. Lockdown, baby, lockdown. God save the king. Let's vaccinate. Vaccinate! Vaccinate. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. It appears that I'm catching something. I don't know what I am catching, but whatever I'm catching, I'm going to try to see if I can duck it. So I'm going to invite my spiritual advisor to put on a mask.
What are you catching?
Well,
Just don't let it get away. Just make sure catch it.
yeah. So put on a mask, my spiritual advisor.
Oh, this have, which one we do here? This have 3 masks in it.
Put on one.
Okay.
Great.
Now which one mask this straight now? Let me put on the white one.
Yeah. Just cover your face.
This is powerful.
We on lockdown, just like before, Every other weekend, lockdown some more, Freedom March, Rodney Monker, about to do his thing and address the country concerns. Lockdown, baby,
This is powerful.
lockdown, baby, with Rodney Monker. Lockdown, baby.
This is powerful.
Lockdown, baby.
There's nothing new for it. In the mainland, there's been a research. We have to lock the country down. Cruise on the button, but not now. Problems in America. Keep the tourists out of town. Keep the hotels locked down. Cause COVID-19 don't mess around.
Lockdown, baby.
This is powerful.
Lockdown, baby, with Rodney Monker. Lockdown, baby.
This is powerful.
Lockdown, baby.
Marcus, come here. Don't you know it's lockdown time? Get out of here. Booyaka!
This is powerful. So, folks, the weather's changing. It's getting cooler in the night. Especially those of us who live in clapboard house. So you live in a clapboard house, it gets cold, draft come in, and you catch draft. I started to catch draft like around about Saturday night. Man, I catch my draft. I had to find all kind of old clothes to put on. plenty old clothes because it was so cold. So you have to you got to cover up your chest, all right? Put on a bunch of clothes, sleep in long pants, you know? Then cover your head. Just cover it up because it's cold and you can pick up things. Okay? So that's important. Well, my spiritual advisor, you look like you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, because I don't know what this is, what you got. You coming down with something.
You think I'm coming down with something?
You can hear it in your voice, man.
My voice changed?
Yep.
Do you think I should go see the doctor?
How do you feel?
I'm feeling hot.
Seriously, how do you feel?
I said I feel good.
And these masks basically stop you from breathing or anything else.
Really? Well, if you can't...
This ain't the right kind of mask to wear, man.
What about the one I'm wearing?
I don't know, you can't get the air through here properly.
Really?
No, you can't.
Do you need an extra one?
So do you know? Anyhow, we had the calling segment.
You ready to take calls?
Yeah, let's take some calls. Yeah, man.
Take some calls.
We got 20 minutes. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775. 698-07.
Get your mask, eh?
This mask making business. People just trying to make money.
Stop that.
But some of these masks.
Stop that. The government give you free masks.
Yeah.
Every clinic you go to, they give you free masks.
Yeah,
Stop it.
I understand it, but nah, this can't work.
Yeah, man.
Nah, this ain't,
My spiritual advisor, stop undermining this government.
You keep your mask on. That's
all right.
Suffocating me more than anything else.
Okay.
All right, so the line's open. Call us 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775 698-0776. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has issued a statement. Please go on to the government website, look at the statement and see what the Ministry of Health is saying as relates to COVID-19 and reducing the spread of it. They're asking you. Okay, sorry about that call. Welcome to Freedom March.
Where they get the free mask from?
If you went to the hospital, they'll give you a free mask.
Right, and where do you think they get that money from? Your taxpayer money to give the pharmaceutical company. You fool.
No, I'm sorry.
Falling for this propaganda.
Coupez, monsieur, s'il vous plaît.
323-7775. Let's try to be nice, please. I know we
My
get
spiritual
emotional
advisor, don't
times.
waste time on that.
Welcome
Next
to Freedom
call.
March, caller.
Hey, Mr. Rule.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today, sir?
Okay.
Mr. Monka,
So,
how you doing today?
listen, I'm fine. Praise the Lord. How are you?
Man, hey, thank God you could talk to me and I could talk to you.
Amen.
Mr. Rule, I want you to take my advice. I'm way older than you. Don't take no mask from Mr. Monka. I don't know what Mr. Monka got today, but he sounds terrible like you say. And all the people that take the COVID shot, they're the people who spreading the COVID-19. Okay?
Monsieur,
Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Take care. Have a nice day. 323-7775 698-0775 and 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March call. You're live. We don't have any calls? All right, so we don't have any calls at this time, Santa. So you can continue with the issues of the day, Santa.
my spiritual
Yeah.
advisor.
We
Go ahead, you talk.
don't have any calls. I understand.
You have no call?
No.
Shall I take off my mask?
Well, sorry, we have a call now. Welcome to Freedom March call. You're live.
Spiritual advisor,
Good afternoon.
how you doing, bro?
I'm doing okay, sir.
Your next door neighbor, he like freebie, man.
Monsieur,
Satisfied with anything.
ipalik ampil bagay.
Okay, go ahead, caller. What are you saying?
Yeah, I finished, man. Say hello to the senator.
Okay.
God save the
All right.
king.
All right, thank you so much. All right, take care. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775 and 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Man, I'm good, guys.
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
What's up?
spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon.
Just catch me off guard. I even turn my radio down.
Listen to me though. We are celebrating. What are we celebrating tomorrow, Brother Michael?
Majority rule day.
Rule, and that always fit in with the suffrage movement and all that.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, but listen to me.
Yes.
I don't like how the government is treating Miss Ruby and Cooper Darling.
What happened again?
Listen to me.
You sound like an F&M.
Listen to me.
What happened again now?
There is a lot of firsts that Miss Ruby Ann Cooper Darling is a part of.
Okay.
The first woman ever registered to vote.
Yes.
The first PLT female member of parliament in the House of Assembly.
Yes.
The first woman to ever win a seat on the Family Island.
Yes.
And there's a lot of other firsts that she did.
Okay.
I think the government, and I'm speaking as a PLP, I think the government needs to reward her. I mean, they've already given her the deputy to the Governor General, which is a star. But I think they should have something named after Miss Ruby Ann Cooper Darling. So when we pass and go, and the people say, who's Ruby Ann Cooper Darling? This park is named after, or this building is named after. We can then, our children can then tell their children, she was the first woman. You know, it has to be the first woman in a country ever registered to vote. That's powerful.
Okay.
I need you, Brother Michael, when you get that thing together, and let's go and march for this hanging. I would sponsor the first 5 cases of water. You just let me know. You have my number.
All right. Thank you so much, caller.
Yeah.
All right. Take care. 323-7775. Well, yes. Welcome to.
Good day, Mr. Bunko.
Good day, my dear.
This is Francis.
Francis from Black Village?
Yes, honey. I was trying to get through to you yesterday. I couldn't get through.
Okay. How are you?
Yesterday was Piggy's birthday, my brother.
How is he doing?
He's good. He was 76 yesterday.
Man, don't talk no nonsense.
Yes.
He orders that?
I would like to send a show for his family, his wife, his 2 children, and his 2 grandchildren.
This is powerful. Tell him I say happy birthday, and whenever he comes to Black Village, let me know. I'm going to buy him a soda.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, caller.
Hello.
All right.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
You on?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Michael.
Sir.
And Mr. Roll.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to correct something there. I hear Mr. Michael say, when you go to the hospital, the clinics, they give you a free mask. You pay $1 for the mask.
Where?
To all the clinics.
Not the Princess Margaret Hospital.
Michael Road, all of them, I pay $1.
Really?
Yes.
At the Princess Margaret Hospital?
No, you said clinics.
The clinics.
Okay, all right. Well, I shall issue an order to them right now. You're not to charge Bahamians $1 for any mask. You give them the mask, and that is powerful.
And Mr. Roll.
Yes, sir.
So next thing again, you know your boy here ain't get paid for my even renewal yet.
What they owe you for now?
Wow.
What you owe for?
Say so?
Wow, that's
What do you
terrible.
owe for?
Say what?
What they owe you for?
They owe me for the work I do for them.
Okay, well, listen. Call me because I was in high talks with them, and they told me the money come.
Yeah, well, I will call you private.
Call me privately, okay?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
All right.
I understand.
I'll take care, man.
Yeah, you
Good
too.
evening.
Yeah,
All
the
right,
money
take care.
come.
I understand the people who participated in the by-election, who worked up, I understand they haven't been paid this yet either, so.
They wait for urban renewal too?
No.
Well, why are you confusing the issue?
I'm just saying
I want you to
that
stop
they
it.
were the ones, there's some people who worked the by-election.
I want you to stop it.
They were not paid.
The people who wait to buy the election?
No.
We
The
already
people who
knocked
worked-
them out.
No, the people who worked during the by-election, I understand that they were not paid.
The fellow
This is
who
what I'm
wait to
understanding.
buy the election, he was already locked up. Ah, boy. I just love the Bahamian people.
Were you able to mention about the persons who worked the by-election not being paid as yet from the government? Okay, so this is a text sent to me. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, we mentioned it now, Texter. So you weren't paid.
Tell-
you worked during the by-election.
Tell
you weren't paid.
Dexter, I'll tell Monroe.
All right. So welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hi, how are you?
We're fine. How you doing?
Okay, I'm fine, thanks.
Great.
Mr. Mango.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mango.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't believe things, but Mr. Mango, I tell you no word to lie. My son and my daughter work for education in the security department.
Yes.
They came on the TV and they said, the PSO said that payments would be made in January.
Uh-huh.
And yesterday when my kids came home, they said that they're not getting paid in January no more because the education said they don't have any money. So what's up with that?
Well, now,
They ain't paying, Mr. Mango.
this is what the PS say?
They came on TV and said that, because I called you, and they said that the money should be paid at the end of January payday period.
Okay.
Yesterday, when my kid came home, my son said they're not getting paid. They said that they even got no money to pay.
Is he quoting the PS?
Well, no, I don't know.
See, it's very important. I need to know if he's quoting the PS because I do not want to falsely attack the PS. So you find out from him secretly if he got that from the PS and you let me know.
Okay, I would, because Mr. Munger, they haven't been paid for 9 months.
Let me tell you something. The Prime Minister is committed to paying all bills. So you find out what the facts are and you get back to me, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is powerful.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Wild and Mr. Manka.
So,
Yes, sir.
Someone came on the radio on the show, called the show a while ago, and said that you have to buy masks for all clinics.
yeah.
Well, I find out that all clinics they're not charging for the mask because the masks are government property.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, the clinics on Collins Avenue,
Right.
they're not charging for no mask. If you don't bring your mask, they give you one.
Right.
But they encourage you to bring your mask.
Right.
That's what I want to say.
Right.
That's what I said.
But
You are correct.
But Colin, let me tell you, I don't want to put any bad spokes in anybody's wheels, right? But let me
Right.
tell you what is happening, right? Because I was able to be around visiting the hospital for a couple of weeks while my mom was there. Let me tell you what's happening. There are some people out there who selling you masks. They charge you $1, but when you walk into the government establishment, you find out that the mask is free. I think that's where the conflict comes in. There's some folks out there who are actually selling the mask in the front of these government facilities, but then when you walk inside, you find that the mask is actually free. I
So
think
after you're saying that they're not selling the mask, inside the clinic.
no. There's some people outside selling masks, and they're charging you $1 for it.
That was false information then.
Pardon me?
That was false information.
Well, I guess
You are on the right track.
Yeah,
the
he's
government is not charging for any mask.
No.
According to the spiritual advisors, some people
is
doing that.
Yeah.
So ignore them.
Right, and just
go
get them-
inside
right.
and tell them you want the government mask.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Because
Thank you.
that's what I encounter, you see.
Okay.
As I go to the hospital, you find that there's some folks outside say, listen, man, you need a mask? It can cost you $1.
Okay.
But then when you walk inside, you find out the mask is free. So there's some people just trying to make some money. That's
Okay.
all that is.
Obviously, Mr. Petty isn't providing good security.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Yes, Mr. Rowe,
Yes, sir.
I called you all back on that mask. I went to South Beach Clinic and the night sister charged me $1.
Okay. Well, you tell them.
Please check that out.
You tell them. I say stop it.
Yeah, well, I can tell them, but they say they can't let me in unless I pay $1, get a mask.
Okay. Well, pay them the $1
Right.
and bring me the receipt.
Yeah, they don't give the receipt. You pay $1, and you go and they give you the mask.
Okay. Well, give them the $1. Perhaps they need it.
Yeah, well, I does it.
Okay.
But I just saying, I ain't
Yeah.
supposed to be paid,
Yeah, you ain't
yeah.
supposed to pay.
All right, but this is for the nicest stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
They probably need that little thing. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing well, thank you.
Wonderful. I just called to put in my 5 cents of mask. These clinics aren't giving you any free mask. Fleming Street don't give you nothing free.
Really?
Say you have to come with your own mask.
Well-
They talk to you like dogs if you don't have none.
Wow.
Really?
Offering you a free mask.
Well,
they
I-
do like those masks were given for them and their family.
Well, I was-
Thank God the woman crossed the road, selling the mask for $1.
Well, I was there last week. I had to take a female there to determine whether or not she was pregnant. And I can assure you that they give her a mask, they gave me a mask, and the man who accompanied me, he got a mask, and we didn't pay anything.
Probably God is with you.
You think it was because it was me?
Yes, sir.
Well, the next time you go into a clinic, you better take me with you then.
Okay, I'll try.
And this
I'm
is
gonna get
powerful.
March.
Oh, yeah. I'll come.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, caller. Welcome to Freedom March. You're live.
Mr. Rose,
Yes, sir.
Manga,
So,
how y'all doing today?
You're doing well.
Alrighty. Before I make my statement, I want to ask you guys a question. When you were in school and there were kids making below 2 points, what was the what have they do? What did they do to those kids? Did they announce it or they try to put them in programs or anything?
Yeah, programs, extra classes and stuff like that.
well, when I was in high school and I was getting those marks, I wasn't too sure what was going on because they kept promoting me. It's like if the lower my marks is, they just send me up higher.
Yeah, boy, Ted,
Higher.
that's
And the
right.
next thing I
That's the
know,
problem.
I graduated with a 1.05. Yeah.
Well, okay, that sounds pretty nice. But I got some disturbing news today.
Let me hear
The
it.
principal at GHS
Okay.
Senior School on assembly this morning took the students that made below 2 points and announced it and made them get up and go to the auditorium. And I found that disrespectful to those students.
Wow.
Yeah, it's humiliating, actually.
Well, I'm going to hold my comments for the time being. I'm going to talk to the head boy of the government high. Don't forget now, this government high you're looking at is not the government high. So I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk to the head boy of the government high. This government high is what I call the Negro government high. But the government high I will discuss is what the English established for the best of the best. Okay?
Yeah, but I found it disturbing. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense putting those students. I mean, if you have some type of awesome plan or program to put them, then just go ahead and put them.
Yeah.
Don't humiliate them in the front of the entire school.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, complain
Yeah.
to the Minister of Education and see how she deals with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Righto.
Take care. 323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. Caller, are you there? No? We lost that call. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
They ain't there on hold job.
You're live. Go ahead, caller.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Hello?
Hello. Speak, woman, speak.
Yes. The lady who called about Fleming Street Clinic,
Yes.
I was there.
Really?
Yeah. And they told me I cannot enter the clinic without a mask.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, let me tell you something. When I go to doctor's hospital,
Yeah.
they provide masks for you.
That is true. They made millions of dollars.
You have to pay a bill.
Yeah.
And I can't see why the government cannot provide masks for everybody.
But the government do.
Yeah, but I mean, why the people them that holding back on the nurses them holding back on the mask, charging you for the mask?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell them.
We need to figure it out.
I'll tell them on Thursday
Yeah, it's not
not to do
right.
it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Understand me?
Okay. I'll tell them on
They need to
Thursday.
get their act together.
I hope they ain't double dipping.
I'll tell them on Thursday not to do it. I think it's a mistake, okay?
Thank you so much, caller.
Yeah.
Welcome to Freedom March. You're live.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
afternoon.
Yes, I think they need to come back up with the government high school. That would give the children the opportunity to excel in their education. The ones that elite that you were talking about who don't have the opportunity to go to a private school,
Right.
they would get some more knowledge and inspire more students to get to that point.
I think you are correct. You are right. we are with you on that one. Okay? This is powerful.
Thank you, caller. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello, Mr. Rule. How are you doing?
We're doing fine. Thank you so much.
Mr. Monk, how are you doing?
Sir, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, first time caller.
Welcome.
Yeah, I was to South Beach Clinic yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday morning. And some people being ahead of me on the line. And they asked for masks, and they get the masks free.
Right.
The security went in there and come out and give them the mask.
Right.
It was free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, eh?
Yeah.
Let's don't lie on the government, them.
Yes, okay.
Okay. And we are F&M. Me and him, he's F&M and I's F&M, but we ain't lying on the government.
But maybe they charge them for masks first thing in the morning.
My spiritual advisor, stop it.
You gotta get that breakfast.
Cut this up, I say. Stop putting corruption on the people.
They double dipping. Yeah. Anyhow, Sandra, we're coming to the end of the show. That's it for the calls, right?
Yeah.
Pardon me? Yes, we have 2 minutes. Yeah.
Well, folks,
majority rule tomorrow, Sandra.
Tomorrow is a public holiday. I wish each and every one of you a happy majority rule day, which means you have to act as if you are part of the majority. The majority don't commit murder. The majority don't rape. The majority don't thief. The majority is law-abiding. When we see the police, we salute them. And we say, officers, happy majority rule day. So let's be at peace with each other. And I pray that God would bless each and every one of you. To my spiritual advisor, who looks like the majority of the people.
Yeah, but is the majority really ruling now?
Yes, we are ruling.
This is
come on, my spiritual advisor.
Majority rule.
We are ruling. Look at me and you.
The majority don't have the money in this country. The minority have it.
That is not true. The majority got the money. You stop it. All right?
Majority rule, eh?
Yeah.
That's what you call it.
Don't you think you and I are in charge?
In charge of what?
The country. Huh? We look like the majority. Don't we look like the people?
We look like the majority, but we're not ruling.
Anyway, you ain't safe. Listen, folks, I want you to take good care. Protect yourself. COVID is here. Sanitize. Social distancing. Wear your mask. Take your sanitizer with you. Clean the door. Okay? It's very, very important. Drink little juices. All right? Okay?
Here we go.
Do well, everybody. You won't see us tomorrow. But if it's God's will,
Thursday,
we shall return on Thursday. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the Bahamian people. God save our King, King Charles III.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved. Freedom March is powered by BTC.